Hey guys, happy Tuesday. Let's get tapping that screen. So guys, I received a message today and it really meant a lot to me. I can't read the full message because there's some personal information in it, but I just want to read it out. If they want to say, if they're in the chat, that's up to them. I just want to say thank you, James, for being a good person. You're genuinely rare breed. I appreciate you. Your streams are the highlight of my day. It's a safe space. Your community is elite. So much support in the chat every night. I like having someone to laugh with and get into discussions with. I'm always interested in your opinion, and you should know I'm nobody to you, but you're actually important and actively help me get through the long, sometimes lonely days. Sending love to you. How fucking amazing is that? Thank you so much. That means so much, and that's why we keep... Bottom arrow, hit add to story. Come and tell me when you've done it. What a... This song is fucking elite. Coral!
Party tonight. Right, let's go. I got a big bald head, all the better to make love. You find me in the club, fucking it up. Tuck my dick up in my legs and I tape it up. Now I look so pretty, I'm $1,000,000. I'm a cross-dressed man and I'm here to dance. I got an inch where I'm snuggled in my boot cut pants. If you see me cry, I better walk on by, cause I don't want to share the pain that's inside. 5'9" in my 6-inch boots. Ladies, would you like to get loose? Ladies, would you like to get wild? Ladies, would you show...
Evening, guys.
The buckle of my belt's untied. The shade's jet black, but the mustache wide. I just wanna sniff cocaine all night while I shake these thighs in the laser lights. Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me. Come on, baby, give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me.
Midnight will run the room how we want, thank you.
I'm an angry man, but I'm a soft old sod. I got a couple mates and they lost the plot. Don't need a girlfriend or a stable job. I'll be sitting on the bog just hopping a one. No need to drive, I just drop to me hands and feet. I scuttle like a beetle. When times get rough, I dust off the cocaine pack, sniffing from an ass like a beagle. Listen up, pal, I could die right now. Blood's pumping like a newborn cow. Robot dance while I take my shirt off. My heart's gonna explode like pow. Whoa, come on, have a bump with me. One'll be enough for me. Come on, baby, fuck with me. I got the horn and I'm giving out my love for free. One time for the ladies, come on. One time for the men, come on. One time for everyone in between. Yes, you gotta love them. Come on, come on. One time for the ladies, come on. One time for the men, come on. One time for everyone in between. Yes, you gotta love them. Come on, come on. 1, 2, 3 to the bastard. 4, my ex-wife is a bastard whore. 5, 6 to the bastard. 7, kickers in the balls like David Beckham. 8, 9 to the bastard. 10, picking on a crotch like a free-range hen. Raising a glass to the gays and the bis and the trans and the girls and the big bald men. You better not assume my pronouns. You ain't got a clue what I feel in.
Just over halfway there. We've got lots to react to. We're catching up at the minute, so we've got all the DHB shit to look at. My God, I'm not looking forward to that. I reckon it'll be a right headache. A real headache. Make sure you are tapping the screen, guys. And if you're here every night at 6 and you're not following the link tree on the bio, you've got a link to this playlist, this very playlist. I add new songs all the time as well. Wait there. It is on my playlist. It's up next. I'm sorry, hot take. I like the next song better than AC/DC. I don't know what that says about me. I'm sorry, I know someone just said I love AC/DC. Then you're good. Happy Tuesday. Happy motherfucking Tuesday. How's everyone doing? I hope everyone's having a good day. We've had all the tunes on, which is great. We are playing catch up a little bit. Obviously, I react to the videos you guys tag me in, blind reactions. Thank you, Billy. And I took the weekend off. I was very rude. I took the weekend off, so we're playing a bit of catch up on some things. Now, for those of you who don't know, this guy here, this Miss M, Mr. M, sorry, who ran the catchphrase. Now, he was outed as somebody who's committed some of the worst DV I've ever seen. And this screenshot is showing that Miss Pineapple, who is also been convicted from stealing from a children's charity, has left the following comment. Don't answer to anyone. Remember who you are, M. Stay true to you. Absolutely insane. I mean, I wouldn't expect anything else from somebody like her, if I'm honest with you. Wouldn't expect anything else from her. So I just wanted to make that aware. But who in their right mind respects that woman anyway? Stole from a children's charity. Thank you for the heart me there. Right. We're going to catch up on this shit. Oh, and I've got to unmute apparently. So DHB came live with Derby Dan. Derby Dan or Derby Dan? It's Derby, isn't it? Derby Dan. Derby Dan and DHB discussed the GoFundMe and recent event. So do I have to explain to everybody what happened with DHB, or does everybody know? Because I feel like I'm going over the same stuff. I'll do a very short summary. Two people have fucking beef. One of them said they were going to do something to the other's house. The other person said, no, you fucking won't. And then the other person did something to the house. That's a very short summary. Very fucking short summary. Now, obviously, it wasn't right what happened to the house. I've said that numerous occasions. But obviously, it was like calling somebody's bluff. And then you find out when they're obviously, whether they're serious or not. Me, personally, I wouldn't have called that bluff. But, you know, each to their own. Now, since then, his sister, or his Mrs. Sister, I don't know who, one of them, has put up a GoFundMe asking for £5,000, which I assume is for more than fixing windows. And obviously people find that quite hypocritical of Daryl. Now, Daryl did make a point that he's never said that he's outright against GoFundMes. He's against what he believes are scamming GoFundMes. So, I don't know. I'm just going to watch this, see how he answers the questions, and just react to it as usual. She could have got hurt as well. It's a shame that he didn't take the threat seriously.
Be respectful.
Did you just say that I lost you your job?
Yes, I did, yes.
Okay.
Right.
Hang on. Thank you for confirming that, because you know that you was in a group chat with me, Adam Oakley, Dan Spragg, Mark Banks, and everyone, yeah?
Oh, I do, yeah.
Right, so why
is everyone in a group chat on fucking TikTok? There's always group chats all over the fucking place. I'm so glad I'm in none.
was you in that group chat with somebody?
I'm in a group chat with my family and two of my best friends, and that is it.
You lost your job.
You're this kind of person, Daryl, where you've got to...
How do I lie? My agency as well, but that's just like, I've been banned, and that's it.
I'm a clout chaser, and I'm going to expose you to whatever thing you've done.
This is how it works, Daryl. You talk, I talk, you talk, I talk.
You called somebody that I did not...
Let me answer the question. You've asked me a question, let me answer it. Why wasn't I in a good chat with you? Because you're the kind of person where you've got to keep sweet. Because you've got an obsessive disorder where you don't just say an opinion, you do 30...
We're full on diagnosing people now.
7 fucking videos about someone and you don't let it go. So in order to keep you in check, you just got to keep you sweet. And that's what I had to do.
Adam Oakley kicked you out of that group chat.
Yeah? Well, why do you think I was in there with you?
Because he's got videos of you. But
that's a deflection. What Derby Dan's just said, I'm just going to say Dan, because I'm sure I'm getting that wrong. What Dan's just said there, you know, I believe that I had to keep you sweet or whatever. Your response then would be like, well, no, you hadn't. You didn't have to do that, or I didn't think that you thought that, or whatever else, rather than going on to the next point.
What you did to Shona, what no one ever seen.
That's a load of bollocks, but carry on.
Yes, no, it's not.
Oh, I'm a stalker, am I? Okay.
Well, of course you are.
It
was only... Listen.
Well, right, okay, so my thing to you, DHB, is that if he was a stalker, why were we in a group chat with him? I'm sorry, if you were so against him because he was a stalker, and this was what you talked about on the social media before the group chat, why were you in a group chat with him and friendly with him if you had an issue with the fact he was a stalker? You just would cut him out, right? It's now just throwing things back. It's like when people flip-flop between each other because they don't like each other, and then they throw old shit at them again. Well, you've already dealt with that. You decided it wasn't an issue.
What you did was only dropped because the BBC didn't want it all over the news.
Have you heard yourself?
Listen, I've got the voice notes. What you sent, I've got the voice notes.
If you're going to talk over me...
Even if Derby Dan had said that, it doesn't mean it's the truth.
You're going to go. If you want me to address it, we'll address it. Right? But you got to let me speak. So shush, let me speak. Okay, so the showing situation. I was arrested under suspicion of harassment. Not stalking, suspicion of harassment. I was unaware that the police were coming to my house because I was live. So the police have to conduct an investigation. So they came to my house, they took all the devices out of my house, my son's laptop.
Well, that's sort of standard, you know, because they're preserving evidence. The reason why they've just turned up and arrested you was so that you don't have their heads up to, like, delete evidence, get rid of devices, whatever.
All the phones. They went away, they said, this isn't harassment, this is an argument between two people, where she says, ring me, Dan, ring me, Dan. So there's no further action, there's no evidence to support the claim of harassment because there wasn't harassment. Therefore, no further fucking action. You yourself has got no further action, Darryl. So let's go back to you said the reason why I lost my job is because the way I conduct myself on this app. The reason why your house has been smashed up because of the way you conduct yourself on this app. You went on the app with a fucking...
Did you guys watch this?
Firearm saying, send them to a house where your child lives. What the fuck do you think is going to happen, Darryl? Corey had his house smashed up twice. He's had to move. You don't see Corey putting out GoFundMes. Where's his GoFundMe? He don't. He just dealt with it himself. You got GoFundMes now. You've asked the hardest to show receipts for receipts. Where have you got $5,000 from, Darryl? 5,000.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to call out scams of any type, then you need to make sure anything you do that is sort of similar in vein is watertight. You know, Darryl, for example, when he's raised money for people, I'm pretty sure has come out, bang, there's the receipt to the letter. Because in the awareness community, speaking out against scams like he does, people would be all over that shit if there was something misplaced or, you know, askew. So the same as if somebody asks for a certain amount of money, people are going to expect you to justify roughly the idea. And if you're just saying, oh, well, we'll just picked a random number out of the sky because we think that may cover everything, then you need to say that as well.
Fucking pan. Windows don't cost £5. You've got contents insurance, housing insurance, car insurance. If you're in a council house, council pays for your fucking windows. So why the fuck are we paying £5,000 for your fucking windows? You bought all this on yourself because you're on here calling Sam Walker a PDF file saying he's killed that fucking baby.
I mean, the things that DHB has said is insane.
You've got a firearm. This is all down to you. So take some accountability. Say, you know what? I fucked up. I was on the old... And
he basically played chicken. He said, you won't do anything. So he went in on him, and they found out that it wasn't a game of chicken. It was real. It was legit.
And, this is what's happened. I got gobby. Learn to fucking wind it in, Darryl. He's not even talking.
Can I talk now?
Go on.
Right. One thing I don't do that, as you said, I do, right? Secondly...
Okay.
I mean, I've seen a clip later on where he says he does, so that's a lie. I don't know if I've got that clip saved, but he does admit to doing himself, so that's a lie. This is the problem in awareness. You can't bullshit about anything. You really can't, because when you do, you know, calling people a PDF without evidence, etc., solid evidence or convictions or whatever, you just become untrustworthy.
Yeah. Where's your evidence?
Don't forget that I was in a group chat for a long time.
Well, let's expose it then.
Yeah, so let's just nip that one in the bud because yeah. We was in a group
Oh, you what?
Thank you, Katie.
You was in a group chat with somebody who got you sacked, apparently.
Yeah.
And you were in a group chat with somebody who you said is a stalker. So, like, right back at you. Like, I just don't get it.
Why?
To keep you fucking quiet, Daryl. You was doing video after video after video about me at one point. Relentlessly.
Adam kicked you out.
I said to you, I said, Daryl, you have got a disorder. It's called an obsessive disorder where you attach yourself to someone and you don't stop. You relentlessly goad them and goad them and goad them.
Whoa, hang on a minute. This disorder, does that result in people being in the Sun newspaper that you've had a disorder on the Sun?
As well, Daryl, this is a narcissistic, right? The narcissist, when you can't
Deflection.
control somebody, you try and control the way people view that person. You are narcissistic fucking...
Why have you packed it?
Yeah, but to be fair, though, Dan's just done exactly the same shit. Dan just said, oh, you've done this. It is like somebody said in the chat ages ago, it's like a game of tennis. People, when they argue, especially on TikTok, I mean, I don't have many arguments in real life, if I'm honest with you, but on TikTok, it seems to be that people just throw shit at you've done this shitty thing, well, you've done that shitty thing before, well, you've done this shitty thing, well, you've done the other shitty thing, and you've done this shitty thing, and that shitty thing you did was worse than the shitty thing I've done. And it's just like, fuck me, like, that's your life. Online, just doing that round and round, and it just gets boring. And it must get frustrating, because shouting and arguing on an app, that being your social time or something. I think in the GoFundMe it said that DHB uses this as a release or something, or like to enjoy. Well, it doesn't sound like you enjoy it, because most of the time you're arguing with people. You might feel justified in your argument, I'm not saying that, but that's the opposite of happy to me, having an argument online in your social time.
What, me?
Because you've got to go for me, though.
And that goes for Dan as well, because that's what he's doing.
You of all people, you're the one person that calls out.
I didn't set this GoFundMe up.
The Smithies didn't set theirs up, but you still pulled it apart.
Fair point.
Tom Manley set the Smithies up. And
right, okay.
Smithies
had free fire. Smithies had free fires in 3 weeks, right?
You once said you will never ever ask for a penny of this.
I've not asked for it. I've not set this up.
We've just been live with Chucky G. We've just been listening to you saying, "Oh, guys, don't give me because I can't accept it. Put it into the GoFundMe." What's the difference between a vulnerable gifter and somebody who's putting into a GoFundMe, Daryl? Are they not vulnerable now?
What was you doing with that young lad?
Answer the question.
Yeah, I was going to say answer the
Can you
question.
go to deflect, Daryl?
Sorry, I'll answer your question. Sorry, Paddy.
Right. So what's the difference between a vulnerable gift?
The truth is, nobody knows who's a vulnerable gifter. Nobody knows who's a vulnerable gifter until somebody comes forward and says somebody was vulnerable. Nobody knows. Like, I see my regular people in the chat and obviously new faces and so that. I don't know who you are. I'm not doing a credit check on each one of you. I'm not doing a welfare check on each one of you. This is an app. This is what it's built for, primarily. You know what I mean? The app's not free. They want to make money from it, the company that own it. And they do that through, obviously, people wanting to send donations or whatever you want to call it to creators they enjoy. So nobody has any idea who's vulnerable. Nobody has any idea if somebody sends something in a wish list, whether the person who sent it was vulnerable, whether somebody donates on a GoFundMe that they're vulnerable. It's not a question that anybody can answer unless somebody says, hey, I'm vulnerable, or a responsible adult gets in touch and says, look, I'm this person's responsible adult. There's some evidence that they are vulnerable. You just don't know. But when people raise awareness against scams, they love to say, vulnerable gifters, vulnerable gifters, vulnerable gifters this. You don't know. You don't actually know. Unless they're fully identified in a way. I'm not doing welfare checks on all you. No way.
And then somebody's donating into a fucking GoFundMe. They're not vulnerable now.
No.
What are you fucking... What makes them not vulnerable, Daryl?
How many GoFundMes have you raised?
Quite a few.
Oh, have you? How many people have you asked to gift you 1 week when it goes to you, and 3 weeks when it goes back?
For a little boy, no arms, no legs, that you pulled apart.
No, you was using that situation for you.
No, Daryl, because I've shown every single fucking receipt.
All it is what... No, you didn't.
Using that how's raising money for a charity isn't a situation for him?
Yes, I did. And they all have been on the fucking way.
This is you. Listen, this is people like you.
Daryl, this is what's mad, is I've still got all the videos and all the receipts because of people like you that fucking call people out. I have to save these for fucking clowns like you. That now
I think people should do that as a whole, really, if you're raising money, etc. Always back your shit up.
I've got a fucking GoFundMe, yet you're the one that calls that GoFundMe.
Listen.
So, Daryl, if Lawrence had his windows smashed and then set up a GoFundMe, you'd be the first one to say, why does he need £5,000? Where's it? Who's quoted him that? What's the risk?
But that's of would've, could've, should've. That's assumption based on his past behaviour. You can't really go off that. You know, it's up to your opinion, really, whether you think you would or not. On that one.
Show me this, show me that.
You know what? Okay, let me explain to you what I've got to do. I've not asked for this GoFundMe, right? Because
Nor did the Smithies.
Pardon? But let me just tell you something. The address what I used to live at with my daughter, I cannot no longer live there.
Daryl, what happened to your house is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. You
Totally agree. 100% agree. I don't think anybody in their right mind wanted to see what happened to his house happen. Daryl played a game of chicken and he didn't win.
You've got a daughter who is poorly, you've got a wife. It should never have happened to your house. But the reason why it happened is because of you.
Really?
Not because of anybody else. Just remember, you said I got sacked.
Hang on a minute. Hang on. You stalked a woman.
Daryl,
You stalked a woman, but you didn't get your house smashed up.
Moving house is pointless, but it's their choice. It's their you know, you can't dictate to people. But
Daryl, you asked him to come. You went on live stream with a firearm saying, "Send them."
Fucking BB gun. What you want
yeah, but you were trying to insinuate it was
about your divvy?
You said send them. You
Right.
said send
So
them.
if somebody threatens your house, I've seen you. Listen, you've come on live with your nose busted, where you've gone outside, got mouthy, and got smashed up, and come back in.
Daryl,
what's that got to do with anything? That does and I don't know what's that.
a bit smashed up.
Why is Dan doing what he's doing? He's trying too hard. I think you're trying quite hard, if I'm honest with you, because you've went to the trouble of making a blank account, which I assume you've set up recently, to come in and make comments. Come in on your main, say the same comment, say the same exact comment.
Daryl, your windows got smashed up because of you. Take
I think they're both going at each other quite equally, if I'm honest with you.
accountability for your actions, Daryl. Your mouth got your house smashed up.
Really?
Your mouth put your...
So, hang on.
Well, you can't say that there isn't consequences behind your actions. You thought it wasn't going to happen, so you went in. Like, you know, people are not just throwing random bricks through pit. Well, people are, but you know what I'm saying? It's not right what happened, but you played chicken. You played chicken, he won't do anything, so I'll go in hard on him. I'll call him a PDF. I'll do all this sort of, I'll say where his kid is, where his mother is, all that sort of stuff. You played with fire and you got fucking burned.
Let me ask you one question. So opinion.
Controversial, you was calling a man a PDF file, you fucking tried to make out that Ashdod man was me.
Some people will for being, you know, somebody for calling them a PDF file. Let's put it that way. Certain places you call somebody a PDF file. Nah, sorry.
Did he, hang on, slow
One of the worst fucking things you can be called.
down. Did they not call me that first?
Daryl, why
No,
can't you
I'm asking you. Did they not call me that first?
And if they did, fucking mature. For God's sake, be mature. Be a staple of the awareness. Be a staple of the awareness community, and don't lower yourself. Don't lower yourself to do that. Highlight the ridiculousness of of that comment. Honestly, like, Christ, because he did it, I can do it.
I don't know if they called it you first, Daryl.
Well, maybe go and do your, maybe go and do your homework.
As if somebody's just have to block James Bucknell. Thank God. I just saw that notification. Good work there.
You need to just take accountability. You forget what you...
I bet he didn't see that coming. We've just blocked the best psychic medium. And he didn't see it coming. Exactly. What a daft twat. Honestly.
Did you or did you
If you're liking the reactions, make sure you're following, guys.
not
Christ.
come onto a live stream with a firearm saying send them?
No firearm.
Yes, Pandora.
No firearm.
You fucking held it to the thing. The video's all over the FYP. You said send them.
Listen, Dan, I'm staying away from this app because it's a horrible place. I don't say anything, but all I'm going to say is whatever goes on between two.
I always think it's quite funny when somebody says, I'm not going to say anything, but... And then you know, just don't say anything. It might just be the black and white way, I think, sometimes, but, you know, don't make that statements pointless.
Boys, men on an app does not condone a family home being smashed up. I appreciate you.
But nobody's saying that. This is what I don't understand. This is what they keep going on about. Nobody's saying that. Nobody thinks what happened should have happened. People who are speaking about it, I've not seen one person commentate on it and said, oh, it deserved to be smashed up. Absolutely not. Nobody is saying that. So making that argument and that point is completely invalid because nobody's saying that. He's said it quite clearly that he doesn't agree with it.
Saying that it didn't appreciate it at the home, but can we all just please appreciate that there was a wife and a child in that house at the time, okay? Regardless of what anyone says, you wouldn't appreciate anything that you say on this app, whether people agree with it or not, to happen to your house. That's all I'm going to say on the matter. I'm sick and tired of listening to people. These
are the risks, unfortunately, of being... I've told this story before. There was a guy, an ex-offender from Blackpool. When I outed him, he made a threat getting into his car and everything, that he was coming to chef me. Now, I obviously can't say certain things, but that he was going to chef me. He knew where I was, all this sort of stuff. He would find me, he would do this, he would do that, he would do the other. Now, I knew he was all the way into Blackpool. The chance of him actually getting through, the chance of him knowing where I was at the time, etc., the threat was quite minimum. However, you think for a minute, I've got to think here, I've got to, you know, when you're speaking out against things and you're putting your face out there and you're putting your there is a chance. And, you know, sometimes you've got to think, is it worth it? Is it worth it? Doesn't, 1 second, sorry, Anne. I notice you're not a member or anything, you just joined in for this. It's nice of you. Doesn't say he played with fire implied he deserved it. Yeah, if that's what you want to believe, Anne, if that's what you want to believe. I mean, if you don't understand the definition of that, he played chicken. He said, come here, come and get me, you won't do anything, believing that he wouldn't, and it happened. Same as playing with fire. You play with fire, you fuck around with fire, there's a chance you can get burned. It's the same thing. If you want to read a situation or a comment however you want to push a narrative, that's your prerogative. However you want to spin it. If it makes you feel better about the situation. Does anybody else in the chat confused about what I'm saying here? Is anybody confused about it? Yes or no, chat? Well, this is what people do. They try and spin things because they want it to be more drama, more effect than it is. I'm giving my honest opinion on both of the two people speaking. Both of the people speaking, I've pulled both up on various things. I just honestly, whatever it is you want to force in my mouth saying it, or run over to somebody and say it was said in a certain way, you do that, you sad twat. That says more about you than anybody else. There's plenty of fucking people who do it.
People saying that the family deserved it from what Daryl has said.
I don't particularly want to hear when Jane's speaking. I don't know. I don't feel that comfortable. I don't know.
People agree with what he says or not. Nobody should target a family home, because whether we was there or not, which I can confirm 100%, me and my daughter and my dogs were there. But even still, if we hadn't have been there, we would have come home to it. So having to flee a house, please just think to yourself, regardless of what anybody I'm talking.
We all understand. Nobody's safe space should be attacked. Nobody should feel like that. However, you can't rewrite history. And in the history of this event, your husband said, come on. Thinking, you know, if I stand up to somebody, if I stand up in that way, then he's bluffing, he's talking shit, he'll not do anything. And then he called him a PDF, said where his son went boxing, said where his mother lived, compared him to, I don't know the name of the guy, so I don't want to get it wrong, but that child killer and stuff like that. The actions have consequences. You can't rewrite the history. It was said. If Daryl hadn't said that, if Daryl had said, look, right, fair enough, I'm not saying like bend over or anything, but just said, right, I've said my piece on it, fair enough, that's us done, and then his house had been done, well, that's a whole different story, isn't it? Then Darren could say, well, I didn't antagonise the situation from that point, but he did. He did. Like, it shouldn't have happened. It shouldn't have happened, but you can't rewrite history. We all saw it in 4K.
Talking, you've asked to have turn talkings, please. Whatever anybody has said or anybody agrees with anything for you, please just sit there for one moment and think, if that happened to you, whether your children were home or not, and you had to come home to that, from anything that you say on the app, because let's put it fair.
Everything Jane's saying here is right. Nobody should have to come through that. Nobody should have to deal with that. Nobody should. 100% agree. 100% agree. But your husband said, come on then, you won't do it.
Anything that a lot of people say on this app is wrong, okay? And it's a difference of opinion, okay? But it does
Katie, pin your comment. I think that's exactly it.
not condone the fact that people send people to a house of a family. If you're going to do it, like you and Trucker G.
Like you'd already, as well, you knew the history with Corey as well. You knew this had already happened, that he could do this to people. Like I just don't understand. Like I said, the guy in Blackpool who's threatening me, he's going to do this, that and the other. There were so many factors where I could be like, well, really, is he going to do that? When Ian Moore said he was going to come to my house and fight me, and I thought, well, there's no way you're getting up any of the steps to the house, I'm not really threatened. But if somebody had threatened me, who has previously done what he said he's going to do to me, to somebody else, I'd be like, you're all right, actually, it's not worth it. It's not worth it for the sake of my family and home. I agree, Anne. I agree, because that's what happens when you use the people that he did. There's things that I think you're expecting people to disagree with you on here.
He was going to meet up in a park to have your differences, yeah? Set it aside. It wasn't targeted to your family home nor your children.
Jane,
that's all I'm going to say.
Well, nobody is saying what happened to your house is right.
But you're sitting here, but let me sit here and say, you are sitting here talking about it.
Yeah, listen, what we're saying...
Calm down, Dan. Calm down. Like, I don't know, like, who's put 50 pence in Dan. He's obviously he's obviously... I don't understand how he's so passionate about it, to be honest. If I'm honest with you. I don't get it.
Advertising it and letting people say in your comments on your live that it was...
Not letting anybody else speak, Jane. This is how it works. Conversation, two people talk. Jane, what we're saying is nobody should have come to your house and smashed your windows. No one, especially with what Isla's going through. You're there, you're female, you should not have had to go through that. But the reason why this has happened is because of your fucking husband's mouth. Right? What his actions on this fucking app is what's made all this happen. He was on a live stream holding a firearm.
I think you must know the answer to that, surely, Fake Red.
Telling people, saying, send them, send them. He asked people to come to your house to smash it up. He did that.
Well, this is what I'm wondering. Why is Dan so invested? Like, why did he fire up a live just to talk about it? Because it seems not his issue, if you know what I'm getting at. I know that people might have gone, oh, the GoFundMe, and speak about the GoFundMe or whatever, but you ain't got to stop GoFundMe. If people want to do a GoFundMe, they're going to do a GoFundMe. I think Daryl, should have maybe just gone live on his own from the start and put his side across if he felt that he needed to. Well, this is it, Chippy. It just comes off like history, like one-upmanship. And it's just a bit... I understand that he had his opinions about the GoFundMe, but like, does it fucking matter? I just really think, like, I can scream till I'm blue in the face about a GoFundMe on this app, but it'll still be there. I don't think the time is worth spent. when it comes to just upsetting yourself or getting irate about something. I don't know. Maybe I'm changing. Maybe I'm getting soft. Oh God.
Let me just make some.
So Sam Walker joined the box. I didn't know that. Fucking awkward.
Clear, right? Just so everyone knows about this. He claims to only be exposing people, but he gave the identity, the location of where my son goes boxing. He turned around and said to everyone, his son rides to boxing, give the location. He mentioned me said.
I said fake misread. You've got the profile picture.
20-year-old mum, he was petrified. He then continued to troll, right? So he then also said, tell them to come to my family home. That's what he said. So Jane, you've got to take responsibility for your husband's actions because you didn't.
I don't think Jane does. I don't think Jane's the one who has to take responsibility for somebody else's act. Like, I wouldn't expect any of you to take responsibility for my actions. Likewise, I don't think that's right.
Not rein him in. You did not tell him to pack it in. He continued. I gave him a warning. I even offered him to come to Spain. I can't go to Spain because I'm wanted.
Who the fuck's going to go? I'm sorry. I'm sick of hearing this go to Spain shit. Right? I'll go to Spain, Sam, but can you send me to another island? One where you're quite far away. We've got Wi-Fi. Maybe we can Zoom call. You can put those silly little filters on. We can both look like unicorns or some shit. Like, who's going to be like, yeah, I'll go to a foreign country on my own with Trucker G, who's just about to fight the pinnacle of fitness that is, what's he called? Bloody dipshit. Hate crime guy. He's always at court. I can't remember what he's called. Duran's. There we go. Yeah. Peak fitness. Go over to Spain, where obviously Sam is with however many people he has, just to have a little chat. Yeah, who the hell's going to do this? It's very Sopranos, but who's going to do that? Will they be putting fine meats out? Will there be cigars? Like, nobody's going to go for that. Ridiculous.
I said, I can't go to England because I'm wanted by the police, but I said I'll pay his flight and it won't happen. He can come face to face, he can bring Trucker G and he can...
Yeah, he promised so you'll be alright. Who the hell's going to do that? He might be able to tempt me with a cheese board, I'm not going to lie.
He spoke to Trucker G. I said to Trucker, bring DHB.
Yeah. You're not going to be a dick to the guy you want to convince to bring him to another country, are you?
We'll sort it out instead of me having to go to the house. He didn't do that. Instead, he brought trouble to your home, Jane. Right? Now, the bottom line is, he brought that trouble to your home. Now, do I regret it? No, I don't, because he fully deserved what he done for what he said about my son. And that was the thing. At the end of the day, he's got to take...
But I wonder what DHB would do in response if somebody went online and shouted out where his daughter, I don't know, was going to school or something like that. What would he think the proportionate response to that would be? Because, you know, you've got to think, would you respond in a similar fashion? What would you do if you got hold of the person who was doing that? You know, I don't... I would go mental.
For his actions. He trolled me. He gave my son's location and everything else, which is wrong. And he's not even taking responsibility for that. He's just trying to play the victim. You got dragged into this, Jane, and your kid did. But you was clearly fully aware of what was about to happen, and you continue to let him carry on with his trolling.
Well, no, they didn't fully... I'm not going to go with that. They didn't fully know what was going to happen. They thought that it wasn't going to happen, clearly, because he egged him on. He egged him on and said, you know, you're not going to do anything, basically send the boys around. So, not quite.
And this was a consequence of it. Now, I'm the type of person, I'll do a prison sentence on...
I don't understand why, like, it gets to this. Just block each other. Just block each other.
Principle. If he's given the location of my 13-year-old child going to boxing, he then starts mentioning my 70-year-old mum, who's petrified, and then he calls me Robert Thompson, which is pretty much the worst thing you can call a scouser, saying I'm the murderer of James Bulger. You know, he's had it coming to him.
And this is what I meant earlier on when I said actions have consequences. I wish they hadn't had these consequences, but the threats were made. You knew that worst case scenario, these things could happen.
So the bottom line is he brought this on himself. But on top of that...
That's the problem. He forgets what he says.
Exactly, and one more last thing I'd also like to say. So he's
I just say, like, I don't know whether he's muted or anything, DHB, but it does take some strength to hear the man who has orchestrated this on your house and let him talk. And you know what I mean? Like, I don't know whether he's been muted or whatever, but
based his whole platform on saying about people setting up GoFundMes and all that, but how can you possibly justify a £5,000?
well, to be fair, if he's reported, I mean, I don't know how he could report Sam to the police. He's in a different country. Maybe talking to each other, probably not the best thing to do.
GoFundMe when the council will fix your windows free of charge and you will pay £120 excess fee on your car insurance. I don't know how you could possibly justify doing a £5,000 GoFundMe based on that. So,
and I think they've said that that's the cost of finding a new house or something like that.
The only reason I even mention that is because you call everyone else out for GoFundMes which are not necessary. Now you're doing a GoFundMe effectively to fund your lifestyle, and you're doing it on the basis of you pretending that your sister done it and you didn't know anything about it. Your sister's never going to upload a...
Chippy, I agree. The beef should have stopped ages ago. But Darren, DHB, he does talk about the same people over and over again. So I understand why some people think that he's a troll. I mean, I wouldn't call him a troll. And obviously, I just wouldn't. I think, you know, I just don't. But anyway, I can understand why they think it's harassment when you're going over the same person, which I never really understood about DHB, and I've said that many times before. I've said it on the Misread Live, I've said it various other places, because there is plenty of people you can fucking talk about on this app. Plenty. But I understand the passion as well. And being somebody who's exposed people myself, when you are known for exposing that particular person, people will come to you when they want you to speak on that person. They'll come to you every time, you know. And so I understand. I just don't think it's healthy. Because nothing's really changing, is it? Really, nothing's really changed. These people that you hate are still on the app. They're still making money. They're still doing whatever.
Photo of your child and then onto a GoFundMe without your knowledge, or at least your wife's knowledge? Absolutely not. Do you know what I mean? I don't want a continued back and forth. Now, at the end of the day, DHB said what he said, and as far as I'm concerned, I responded to it because I had his address, so I knew where he was, his location, so I naturally responded to it because he brought my son into it. In exactly the same way, if I ever found out where Darren G's address was, we wouldn't just be smashing bricks, we'd be sending people straight through his front door to hurt him. But no one knows where Darren G is, so that's neither here nor there. But DHB, we know exactly where he was. He mentioned my son, he scared my mother, so there was consequences. And as far as I'm concerned, we are even now. But if you want to continue it, then that's fine. But if you don't, then as far as I'm concerned, it's forgot about. And you and your family do not need to move, because I'd request anyone who's trolling DHB and his family, threatening to go to his house again, I would request everyone stops that, because...
Well, in fairness, you can request all you want. You don't control everybody. So, like, saying, oh, well, now I've said I don't want anything else to happen, I'm sure it'll not happen. You can't guarantee that. You can't make that guaranteed promise to DHB and his family. Neither would DHB and his family believe that. Would you take the word on that from the guy who sent the last lot around? Yeah, I agree with that, Janet.
There was retaliation, and I don't want any further retaliation to his house, or I don't want his family to feel scared or anything like that. It was a purely retaliation response to what he done. And that was it. I just thought to get that in there.
Darryl, do you want to respond?
No comment.
No comment. All right.
Jesus Christ. Fuck me. Right, if it's no comment because you have an active police investigation, then you should have left the box immediately. You shouldn't have sat there. I can understand why he's being quiet if he's got an open police investigation and he's claiming to obviously be harassed. I mean, I'm not doubting that. I'm not saying that that's not true based on what's happened. You know, a defence solicitor might be like, well, he had no problem being in alive with him and having a chat with him or whatever. That would be one for you to discuss if it went to court or whatever.
Look, Daryl, I'm just putting it out there, lad.
He might be called a coward if he left, but you know what that's called? Burying your fucking pride, you know, and doing what's right. There's certain things I won't talk on, and there's a reason for it, and that's, you're just going to bury your pride. Simple.
And to everyone, there's 2,500 people.
I'm sure it's the same with a lot of people
Watching. I just want everyone who's watching now to... Darren said his wife and child are scared, and because there's been further threats from other people, nothing to do with me. I'd request that everyone... My phone just got off then, yeah? I'd request that everyone stops harassing DHB and just let him get on with his life. I don't want his family scared. I don't want anyone to threaten them or anything like that, because at the end of the day, I don't want you to move. I've got no trouble with you now. I responded to your actions and that was it. You know, I don't want to continue with it, but, you know, it's all based on your act.
He's just saying the same thing over and over again. I'm not really interested. He's just saying the same thing over and over and again, and in my understanding that DHB then left. I can understand why he isn't responding to Sam, like I say, if there is a police investigation. However, you know, maybe it would have been better to just drop immediately and screen record from the side. Yeah, what's next? What the fuck? This bobcat has a surprising growl. Is TheFactFreak monetising from this? Not until you send me a gift, dickhead. That is fucking weird. Do they normally do that? Evening, Sheriff. Oh, this prick. So this is Dale Ward, aka Brummy our Kid. He has just come out of prison for DV offences. Guys, I do blind reactions here. I just react to what you guys tag me in. I'm catching up. I'm catching up from the weekend. Yes, he's come back on the app, thank you. He's come back on the app. Obviously, as though nothing else happened. It's DV Dale. He's honestly scumbag.
TikTok, you know.
These are the kind of people I'd like to hear DHB speaking about, not somebody raising money on a GoFundMe. I can give you a list. I can give you a list of people on the app that could do with your attention. Your fire as well, because she's got fire, DHB. We know that.
Full time. Decided that I'm gonna do normal lives like I used to do, but I'm gonna combine it with gaming. So I'm gonna do half. What do you think?
I think you should fuck off.
Like, I'm kind of excited for it. Like, the workload won't feel like so much. I'm gonna do a piece of content now and again.
Don't forget, guys, if you sent a gift over 100 coins, comment so the mods can pin you.
3 months ago, lad, I was like triple digits and that. I had thousands of viewers, lad, and now I'm sitting.
Before you were convicted and locked up for DV.
In here now is 7, lad.
Yeah. I did a deep dive on this guy. It's on YouTube, and if you've seen the videos that his ex filmed to try and protect herself, and obviously was used to report him, they are a truly harrowing, man. They're horrible.
Man, he spent like fucking $7,000 in like 48 hours, lad. You know, every single person that we sent to you.
Yeah, he steals content as well.
22. We never heard of them, none of them. Like, to us, they was our proper friends, innit? And we never heard of them again. Two-faced bastard, like.
Oh, God, this is awkward, isn't it? Two people I couldn't give a flying fuck about. Swearing shepherdess and some guy who, you know, fell out of EQ at one point, let's face it. Oh, the big date. What a shock it's with somebody who EQ doesn't. Honestly, who cares? Who cares?
Please look after her. She is a good lass. Yeah.
Do you think Jack thought it was an actual date? Because let's face it, it isn't. It isn't.
I will. I definitely will.
sorry that you missed it.
I couldn't think about, like, let's go on a date. 1 second. I'll just set my phone up. I'll just set my phone up. Oh, what would you like to drink? Jesus Christ. Honestly, absolutely not.
Avrila
Keep your private life private, guys.
Avrila says you're beautiful.
Wow.
Who is it? Love. I follow her. She's a great girl.
Well, this is absolutely thrilling. This. How many thousands of people watch this?
Oh. Yeah, she's a...
Thanks. Signal's not the one.
Fucking hell.
Look at this photograph. It's a photo of a photograph. There's another fucking photograph.
What the fuck is this?
Photograph to photograph. So many photographs.
I can't.
Take a photograph.
What?
I should probably hang that photograph next to my photo of a photograph.
Look at this phonograph.
Why is it?
Every time I do it makes me laugh. Hear the sounds of the ragtime dance. All the gals wanna get in my pants.
I do love the fact that somebody was scrolling TikTok and went, TheFactFreak needs to say this.
But back to that photograph.
Why?
It reminds
Why?
me of the
Why?
photograph.
Why?
Before the photo of that photograph, when it was just a normal photograph.
This is better than hearing Derby Dan and DHB arguing it. My God.
What's for dessert?
Swearing Shepherdess and Jack go on a date, but Jack really looking forward to his dessert. Oh, they're not talking about the times, are they? The lay me down quivering? I don't know. What do you guys do? I don't know. Never mind. We'll talk about it.
So, Jack, what would you like for dessert?
Digestive biscuits. Chocolate digestive.
Would you like custard coming home?
Oh, yeah, go on.
What's for dessert? Well, I'm glad you asked. So, Jack, what would you like for dessert?
Digestive biscuits. Chocolate digestive.
Oh my God. And this is why she leaked the hotel food delivery of... Oh, I'm not having this if it's dachshund. Oh, shit. Dachshund related. No, thank you.
Hello, my darling.
Sorry. I think that was like Dachshund CLA's hotel or something. Absolutely not. Tag me and stuff like that, you'll get blocked. Eventually. When I work out who you were.
I might ask everyone to chip.
Tara shows her true colours. I'm sorry, the woman had her children removed because she sexually assaulted them. How many more true colours do you need? How many more do you need for this woman? Are you alright?
Chipping for Domino's. Watch all the hate come now. Watch all the hate come. I really fancy pizza, but
No matter how much hate comes, it can never be as much as you hate yourself.
I can only eat Domino's. Why don't you get me at Michael's since you were sending me money? I only ever have it once in the blue moon, and I usually get people to get me it if I'm honest. So we need 36. So I want to.
She got money for this.
Then meal deal things and then the cookies. It's got pizza, garlic bread and chicken strippers, that's like in a meal deal. And then the cookies and some dip. Fancy a pizza. Pizza, because I can't be asked.
What is she eating for 38 quid? That's not even dry begging. I mean, I can only imagine you calling it dry begging because she's drying every lady up in the room. But yeah, it's just begging.
I might.
Oh, we're not talking about...
There's the proof.
We ain't talking anything about that. It's particularly re-triggering. I've already said I don't agree with what's been said. Let's move. This is an old one, this one. Oh.
Anymore.
All this fucking hard work and money to my accounts. Won't you?
I need to have I haven't had a meltdown on... Maybe to complete TikTok, I need to do this one day.
I don't give a fuck who you talk to me. I'm famous, who are you? Fucking roots! What? Do you like my hair, yes or no?
My engineers always told me that if I can't say anything nice, I shouldn't say anything at all.
Why do you only talk to
That's fucking Billy Bear, huh?
girls in the comments? Don't know. Maybe because I'm dating them all and we're having babies.
Oh, God. I forgot about that man for a sec. Do you know what it is? I haven't been tagged in any Paul Breach clips for a long time. I genuinely was living a happy life, forgetting that this man existed.
Only to the ones I'm married to, which is all of them.
That's still one of my favourite TikTok meltdowns. It's the scream. It's the scream. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you know what?
Angie thinks EQ is boring and has lost her touch. Well, you know. Meh. Oh, for fuck's sake.
I think it's right for this lady.
Back to these fuckers. How many times did they have them in the box?
To have to answer questions. I think this... I don't think this is fair on... Like, Dan, I know what you're doing, but I'm just...
Hey, Molly.
Just going to put it out there. I don't think this is fair that this lady is being fucking screamed at left, right and centre and being
Was she? Was she being screamed at one point? That's fucking not on.
Scrutinised on an app. You can hear it in her voice that she don't feel comfortable with it, and she probably can't answer. What I'm saying is, Dan, she probably can't answer the questions that you want to ask. But this lady's the lady that's being fucking shouted at and bawled at, and the comments are calling her out. Yeah, but what I'm saying is, I just think that this.
Just don't know why Dan's so up a height. I said that before.
Lady, she don't even sound comfortable with trying to answer these questions, and I just don't.
Me. I was talking to Daryl. Daryl kicked off, got gobby again, so he's not learned his lesson. Instead of just owning up that this is all his fault.
Yeah, 100%. He's got to stand up. He's got to stand up and take account for his actions, and he's got to deal with it himself. I understand.
Yeah, but can I just say as well, if somebody's got to stand up for their actions, which I believe people do, regardless of the situations, shouting at them or demanding them to stand up for their actions shouldn't be needed either. If that person can't do it on their own back, then it's not really a... you know, like they're not learning anything, they're not gaining anything. Like, it's not for other people.
Understand that, but I'm just saying, I was reading the...
Bat official, follow me, send me a heart, mate, maybe I'll give a shit. You know that. You know why you're here. You know why you're here, because there's people up here you don't like. Yeah? But don't watch them. You don't like them. I get it. I get it. Just don't watch them. Don't watch him. Don't engage. You don't like the behaviour. The behaviour's already happened. I can't tell him to stop what he's doing now. This is fucking recorded.
The comments and everything. I mean, no disrespect. If it was my bird, I'd be standing up and saying, "Who the fuck do you think you're shouting at, Dan? That's my wife."
Right, but that's what he's trying to
True.
say. But he's still shouting. He's still attacking me when all
I agree with your points, by the way, Bat. Sorry, I didn't mean it to sound the way it did. I don't think I delivered that very well. I got blocked because of, not by me, you didn't.
I'm trying to say, no one deserves any form of retaliation.
But bring the receipts back. You got those receipts. Tag me in them. I'll react to them. That's what I do every night.
For anything that's been said.
I just think if you're going to speak, just tone it down a little bit. Just tone it down.
Your husband's just coming here.
It's all right, Miss Wednesday. I got your message as well. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, and I'm proud of you as well.
Doing the same stuff he did.
Me,
this is what I'm saying. This is why I raised my voice. Look.
Thank you, Claire. Dude, you're talking to a lady, man. Just chill. Chill. Now, you see, if a lady... If a lady was giving me the biggin and screaming and shouting, then I believe you should match energy. energy can be matched. You start screaming on, calling names, and somebody has the right to do the same. Neither should. You should fucking grow the fuck up. But energy is matched. But when it's somebody who's not, like, you know, overpowering and doing this sort of thing, just tone it the fuck down. Like I said, I don't understand why he's up a height. Like a kid who's had all the sugar at the candy shop.
Shane, listen, your husband's doing the same stuff he did last week when your windows got smashed. This week, he's doing the same thing. He's not learnt his lesson. Control your fucking husband. Stop letting him go on the internet.
Yeah, when a man's screaming and shouting, they're stressing as well. Come on.
Kicking off. Laughing. Because look what happens.
What are you doing, Dan? What are you doing? Someone else has just come in here to tell you to tone down. So what are you doing? Shouting your mouth off at a woman.
Listen, it's plain black and white. If a man goes out there and gives it large to another man, there's repercussions. It's repercussions. You either deal with it and retaliate, or you forget about it. Fucking cut your losses, right? And fucking stand up, right? And fucking say, you know what? Enough's enough. It's got nothing to do with a woman. It's got nothing to do with.
If you're enjoying these reactions, make sure you're following, guys.
Child, right? Listen, we all know.
Yeah, I hate statements like that. Control your wife, control your husband, things like that. That just shows worrying patterns of behaviour within your own relationships. If you believe that's the right thing to be saying, if you know what I
mean. We all know what DHB is about. We all know that he fucking.
Inactivity at bloody TikTok. How dare you?
Mouth, and then when it gets too hot for him, he can't fucking handle it because he's obviously dealt with some cunt that can deal with it.
Really, Dave.
It's got nothing to do with his wife, and it's got nothing to do with his kid. Oh, is that
really? Yeah, Dave. Yeah, really, Dave Durant.
Yeah, I'm just saying. You listen. Yeah.
You're saying what?
If you're a proper man, what I'm saying is, if you're a proper man,
I'll see you at Windsor then. Yeah.
Come, Daryl.
Oh, fucking hell. You're really proving their point. You're really proving their point for them, DHB. Jesus Christ. Fucking hell. Maybe stop offering everybody out for fights. I don't know, like... I don't know when it became Wild West. Just chill the hell out, man. Honestly. He spoke in defence of your wife and tried to be quite sort of on the fence, I would say, a little bit. And I don't think he likes Darren.
I'm in Windsor right now, sunshine.
Are you?
Yes, come to Windsor right now and I'll punch your fucking head in.
Is Windsor where the palace is? It isn't, is it? I just had an idea of, like, I will see you outside of Buckingham Palace at dawn. Bring a weapon of your choice. Or we're going to do trial by combat. You can assign a warrior of your choosing. Yeah, Windsor Castle. I will see you on the battlements of Windsor Castle at midday, sir. Like, it's just, honestly, Jesus Christ. I'll have a little... Hey, I've got lightsabers. Have a little lightsaber fight. That's not a metaphor, okay? That's not a metaphor. But, like, I always just feel so embarrassed when men on the internet are offering each other out for fights because they're losing an argument. Man, I was doing that on MSN when I was 12, man. Grow up.
Would you?
Yes, I fucking would. It's no good giving it the Mac 15 to me because I ain't interested. It's nothing to do with me. But you're giving it the mouth.
What did you just say?
You're giving it the mouth. I come to Windsor. Come to fucking Windsor, son. Come to Windsor.
Come to Windsor. We'll go and get a 99 with the bloody strawberry sauce on it, and then we'll sit down like a couple of men and we'll share a Diet Coke and we'll sort this out. Do you know, like, I just, honestly, it just makes me...
I'm saying your wife don't deserve to be fucking...
It's like somebody said to me, "Fact-Freak, come here." I'm like, no. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Thanks, though.
Hang on a minute. You and
Cheers.
See a man stand up for your fucking right.
A double 99, maybe.
Right, so which is your children and your wife. So you're letting your wife take fucking shit off Derby Dan and off the chat while you're in the background. I feel for your wife having to put up with this shit. You just come in here and say, really, Dave, the man.
Maybe he came back on the app too soon, but maybe he didn't intend to come back on the app as well this soon, DHB. Maybe it was because Derby Dan was obviously throwing this live up, talking about it.
And I ain't gone in on you once.
I've still got the...
Do you remember the MSN notification where the hand came up and knocked the screen?
If you want to turn up at Windsor, son, I'll meet you.
You turn up at Windsor, I'll get a cannon, you get a cannon from the battlements. We'll each have to load our own cannons, and we'll see who. I mean, like.
Outside of
got a voice recording of
send
you.
me your postcode, and I'll send you a video right now, and I'll tell you that I'm there, because you won't do shit. I ain't coming here for this argument with you. It's nothing to do with me.
You just did.
Thank you, Natalie. Thank you. Oh, God. Who else has joined the box now?
Your wife.
You just did.
I'm out. They're going to battle. Did they have a battle at Windsor Battlements or not, guys? I'm assuming they didn't. I'll see you at Windsor at midnight. We're going ghost hunting. First one to catch a spectrum wins. Fucking hell, honestly.
We all know you're doing this.
Oh, God. Honestly, I think I'm done. I've got another half hour left. I don't know if I can do it. I really don't have it. And honestly, there's too many fucking dickheads on this app, isn't there? Me included. The reactions have been hard. Catching up on how does all of this shit happen so quickly on this app? How? Right, Corey isn't happy with Jack's choice of female. Well, whoop-de fucking do, Corey. I mean,
no, I'm not. I'm disappointed in you.
Are you, Angela? Are you alright? I hope you're having a good day.
Jesus Christ, she came around like a fucking jump scare, didn't she?
Evening. How you team, Chef? I'm back.
I'm sorry to hear that, Hannah. I'm sorry to hear that.
I just had to be polite and say, "Whoa, go on over Dessa."
So it's all. Is that?
Good God, look at Angie. Bringing everything to the conversation as usual.
Is that Corey's face just stuck like?
No, Jack, I hope you are fully aware that your breakup with EQ was very tragic. Very, very bad. He is worse.
Yeah.
Do you know what? When I see Corey, I don't necessarily dislike Corey, actually. But what I do see with Corey is him just sitting there with a big old spoon. Every box he's in, every battle he does, everything is. I really do think he just knows he's like the happiest kid, knowing that he's just like stirring the shit and sitting back and watching it all. And then he gets to react to it again on his bloody show.
What's worse?
Swearing Shep is a lot.
Really here. How's that worse?
This woman is enough.
Grew on me like a venereal rash.
Hey? He said he would hook to it on your team, but I think because he's not able to hook to it on your thing, and I'm in a more of a better position, he's a little bit jealous. That's what you are.
Is that what it is, Corey?
Why does she laugh like one of her sheep?
Basically, Corey said earlier that he was going to hook to on him, and basically he's a little bit wounded because...
Starburst, I'm not looking for anybody classy. We all have each other's standards.
He's not going to be able to hook to on him. Are you a little bit jealous?
I am fully aware.
Your fucking mug.
I am fully aware that you are not all emotionally stable, Swearing Chef. But what you've done to many men on this app is vulgar. You're going to just do the exact same thing as what you've done to...
I don't know what she's actually done, though. Like, I don't really watch her. When I first saw her on the app, I thought, yay, animals. I love fucking animals. A content creator. I watch another guy called... he's in America, Big Gay Farm or whatever. He's called Big Gay Farm or Farmer or something. He's amazing. Love him. But before I found that farm channel... Because let's face it, we all know I love cows and goats and all that sort of shit. I saw hers and I thought, that must be lovely. That must be lovely. It's fun. And then I was introduced to her personality and thought, absolutely fucking not. I'm not interested. Just show me the sheep. Show me the sheep. I'm not interested.
Speedo did.
The music's too loud to hear you, Corey.
It's okay. I just want to say, justice for Speedo. Desperate for a storyline. Fell off a long time ago. Shut up. Go on, some rice. Shut up.
Crack on, hon. Only jealous because you're not hot tooting over here, are you, love?
You're not even doing it. You're doing it for culture, Dafty. You're doing it for.
Yeah, it's a fake date, fake relationship. So, fair point.
So.
Oh, we've already seen that. We've already reacted to that.
So, you got to go.
Oh, fuck me. How many people tagged me in these clips? I'm not watching. Oh, this is a new one. I've never seen 4 eggs live before. Sorry. 3 hard-boiled eggs and a guy. What's going on? Thank you, guys. Fucking hell. DHB looks fucking miserable. I don't know why. Like, do they like each other this lot? I don't understand why they're live together. The intrusive thoughts be intrusive. And, well, they're not even intrusive, are they? They're just... Will you ever learn? DHB needs to stop. Christ almighty. I don't know.
For your daughter, honestly, just make sure you're in a safe place and stay safe and just try and stay away from the drama.
It's so much more serious. Like if a brick had gone through the window and hit somebody on their head, it could have been so fucking bad this week.
Yeah. Okay, it could have been.
This is what I don't understand. People sit in lives with people they don't like. Why? Would you imagine? You know, like we all, well, not all of us, but maybe the majority of us work, okay? So I work in a large place. I'm not going to say where, but there's a lot of staff, okay? And every now and again we'll have a staff night out, okay? Now, I won't go out my way to sit on the table with the 4 bellends that I don't like. Do you know what I mean? My sociable time, I won't choose, you know, hey, I like you guys, but I'm going to sit over here with the people I really don't enjoy being with, and I'm going to knock a few drinks back and talk to them. I just think it's nuts. I just think it's absolutely nuts. Don't entertain people you don't like.
But you've just been live with that person and sucking his ass.
Oh my God, you just can't help yourself. This one. No, I just don't get myself involved in stuff. I just think it's hypocritical of you to have
You just sucked that bloke's ass.
Weird metaphor.
This one question though, don't you not think you of all people having a GoFundMe up is a bit hypocritical?
I've not put the GoFundMe up.
Oh, but you're already now, Darby Dan. You're pissing me off. But you're pissing me off because you're just asking the same questions you already asked him. You ain't gonna get a different answer, are you? You ain't gonna get a different answer. You're just wasting your time.
Didn't put his up, but do you think a GoFundMe up in your name is hypocritical? You're not said take it down, have you? Do you not think it's hypocritical?
If you take it down...
Oh, let's see what the screen recorder had to say.
Somebody else would make it up.
Right, but if you've got...
Screen...
You've got ties to this GoFundMe.
Recording...
There, you said...
Well, we fucking know.
They go, 1 week
fucking
off,
Jesus
1 week
Christ.
on.
Okay, now.
So you have got nothing.
Darryl, answer the question. Do you not think it's hypocritical of you?
Don't donate to
He's just asking the same question over and over again.
my fucking GoFundMe. Please don't.
I'm going to.
No, don't.
That's just the most petty move ever.
I'm going to. Now we're going to ask for it back. Now we're going to ask for it back like you did.
I don't understand. I really don't understand why DHB is live with people that he clearly doesn't like.
This is the problem. You think it's funny. Sorry, Nick. You think it's... Listen, that's why somebody's left.
You're going to have to kick me up, Pete. I don't know what I'm doing.
You think it's a joke?
I think it's a joke that you've got to go from me, yes.
Do you?
I don't think
it's a joke with my family.
I don't think this situation is a joke, though. I don't...
It's a nice clock.
I think you deserve to have your house smashed, but the reason why it happened is your fault. You need to take accountability.
I just realised I said that out loud. It is a nice clock, though, you know.
For that, but this GoFundMe, I think you of all people, yet you've called out so many people for GoFundMes. You wanted to see receipts for this and that and the other, and then you've got one £5,000. I don't know who the fuck's quoted you £5,000.
It is repetitive. It's boring. It's fucking boring. Oh, I saw this meme the other day. This literally is me. Me after 2 beers.
Come
Spot on. Make sure you guys are following my Instagram, right? It's TheFactFreak. Pretty much every day I put up memes that I relate to. If you want to know what's going on in here, you'll find out over there. As well as putting other content on there, of course. Pictures of Merlin and everything. You guys love Merlin.
Do I look sober, guys? Look.
No, you don't, Drew.
Angie refuses to drop Hannah after the words she uses. Oh, God. They're potentially going to be a triggering word said here, guys.
You're heavy on something.
As if you've been up all night, Hannah.
I wish I was, mate. I wish I was.
She's like this.
Sorry, that's how you know you might be fucked. You look like you've been up all night. I wish I was. Who wishes they were up all night? You fucked, pet. Okay, whoa. Whatever's happening. That might be a sign. That might be a sign.
I've been waiting for fucking man to wake up.
Hannah, you seriously need to get down off TikTok and sort out your life. You know the reason why.
I've been waiting for fucking man to wake up. Do you know what I mean?
I've spoke to you before.
Angie has never looked more like a thumb with hair.
And you know what you should be doing.
You used to get those little thumb puppets back in the day. Maybe we were just poor. Used to get little thumb puppets and be like, I don't know, just reminded me.
You should not be on TikTok off your face when you know.
You guys must know what I'm talking about. If I Google thumb puppets, God only knows what's going to come up. Thumb puppets. Yes! Although these look too cool, to be honest. A little bit too cool to be like Angie. But this sort of thing. I mean, that one's adorable, to be honest, with the little hat. But I was talking more like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Know what's going on around you.
I'm aging everybody with the thumb puppets and the MSN talk.
Listen, right, we keep this fucking chat fucking positive because Angie's fucking.
Damn, you get a dead calming voice.
Oh God! It's live, so we keep it positive. Do you know what I mean?
You know what? This just baffles me. This is how people can make content on TikTok, right? And you can be pretty down on yourself. Didn't get enough views. Didn't get enough likes. I went live today. Hardly anybody. And then there's this, which is absolutely just the most dull thing I've ever heard. And there's 2,600 people watching. Which can only mean that you guys are not the problem. You guys are not the problem. TikTok, like the whole world must be broken, I swear to God.
Hannah, you can't keep it positive. You're up on TikTok, look what you're doing.
We don't make it all about me either, because it's fucking Angie's life, like I just said, so come on.
But you're coming into Angie's life bringing your...
I bet it was fun though, Tasha.
Drama saying about CA, and you're on the FYP, and you're off your face on heavy drugs.
You're still trying to judge me though. Like I said, fucking allow it, yeah? It's Angie's life.
You're a joke, Hannah. You should be sorting your life out. I told you this before.
Right, and guess what? Do you want me to say something, yeah? You sound like a fucking jippo. What you going to do? Yeah.
Christ almighty. Jesus Christ. So, the responsible thing now of the host is to tell her that's not acceptable and to get rid.
Don't do that. No need for that.
You're messing with the wrong one there, Hannah.
We don't do that in here. No.
Hey, listen, I've got
I am a jippo and I'm an
You don't do that in here. Well, they just did. And what are you doing about it?
I'm proud.
Can everyone... we don't do that in here.
Everyone goddamn fucking No.
What do you mean? Calm down. You should finish that by telling her to stop.
No, I've got mates. I've got best mates that are travellers. Do you know what I mean? I don't like how she's talking.
Well, who are you to go around?
Angie, it's your life. Angie, it's your life. Listen,
why don't you get off your face? Listen, you should.
Angie should have told her to get out. Simple. Right, I think I'm going to leave it there for now because I've got pancakes to make. I hope you all have a good rest of your evening. Hope you all have a good rest of your evening. I'm going to go and do that. I will be back tomorrow night, 6 o'clock, as usual, reacting to the clips you guys have tagged me in. Don't forget, I won't be on Saturday, sorry, but we'll be on every other day. Right, I'm going to fuck off. I will catch you all later. Thank you for hanging around. Make sure you're following if you're not already and you enjoyed it. Have a great night, guys. Peace, guys. Peace. Thank you for the support as always. Sorry, I nearly forgot to say that. Thank you for any comments, likes, gifts, shares, taps. All appreciated, and subs. Thank you, guys. Bye.